buy your 10 spinters. Can you name your spinters? Really?
Only for Panorama. I said, Musa be said, what I e-levy, betting tax. And the taxes be a Ghana for a swan on a drink, and say, and I did more, you're appointing as a Prime Minister. Budget a decay or Labour Parliament, sad in the decay. Abani Bechem. Abani Bechem, my bet. And that's your friend, but your friend. And yet our bet. Come for give me something of the right. So I did my bet. And our bet. Why did I bet so my bet? I won't count. No, give me schedule.
We love Friday nights. Sports Panorama. Benjamin Nketiah on the hot seat. Show proudly brought to us by Cowbell Coffee. And I'm proud to tell you that football is back. Opening game of the English Premier League season is happening. Just about 4 minutes played between Liverpool, defending champions. Just in case you didn't hear again, defending champions. Yeah, baby, it's lit. Defending champions with two new fullbacks, Kerkes and Frimpong, and a shiny new striker. It could even get better than this, I tell you. Today we'll be getting into the top 6 predictions of the City sports team. Guys have all kinds of strange predictions. Some people will have to explain exactly what went into the hierarchy of their predictions and projections for the season. The GFA Congress happened in midweek at Pram. It so is that now Ghana's FA presidents can run 3 terms. Mr. Okreku was asked, are you going to take advantage of this new statute? He says, that question is premature. Yeah, right, Kit. Yeah, right. 0549986996 0549986996. In other news, a certain Carlos Baleba and Brighton and Hove Albion have informed a certain group of single-digit billionaires that there is no price for the player they want to buy. There is no price. There is no price. The Spanish La Liga also comes back alive today or this weekend, and then towards the end of the show I will be giving you some news, some stuff cooking. Yeah, no Premier League commentary this season, but still cooking. Guys are on the show, all black, looking Diego Simeone-ish on the show. Shiny brother one, happy shining stars.
Shining stars in the building. Too much shine.
Finally.
Too much shine.
The Lord is my Baba.
Yeah, we have accepted it. The Lord is their Baba. We have accepted it.
Shout out to Susu Graham wherever he is.
I'm sure he'll be cracking up he'll be cracking up wherever he is. Soon to be member of the Shining team. Yeah, Shining stars.
He has been in denial for a long time. But soon he will carry his cross.
But I like what K said though. He said it's premature. Anything premature is no good.
Thank you.
Yes, premature.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah,
Anything
premature. The Adam guy is here. And then Rapai.
No more.
Single digits billionaire territory.
He's working on this.
You don't have the cash.
It's not about cash. Name the price and the cash will be provided. I don't know.
You don't have cash. You don't have cash.
Look, I'm a believer.
Hey,
I am a believer.
what does that mean?
I'm a believer of believer. Brighton. I said the problem only. I only believer. 12,000 pounds a week. We have added 2 zeros to it. 120,000.
Could you say 120?
You know, we have our money. We are ditching it out. What is your problem?
We are sorry.
We are ditching the money out. What is your problem?
You mean there's cash?
Baleba, 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 lele, leba. Look, how many days do we have to the end of the transfer window?
Today is 15, so 16 days?
In Ketia, I told you last week when I came here, I said, no one Zabak. By the time I come here, the move will be finished. You see, Brighton, they want to prove stubborn. United, when we come calling, you can't resist. It's like Newcastle resisting the sale of Isaac. The same mess. Baleba, he's not going to agitate. He's not going to do anything. You go to his training. But they themselves, they are aware. They know this could be the first goal. Oh, they know they are aware. don't do this. You haven't said your prayer. Don't do this.
Which is like in the middle of his
I can't believe this. I can't believe this.
Whether they like it or not, they will sell. Yeah, what's in there about 15? How many days more?
16 days. 31st August, no, taking credit.
Baleba is not going to agitate. But if you go to the Brighton hierarchy, they've called the boy indoors. He's told them, let me go. That is the most important thing. You can't hold him against his wish. Let me go.
But I've seen pictures. He looks happy in training.
No, but he will not. He's a young lad.
Abubia will pray.
You can say and say, "Our pray."
Abubia will pray.
Pray for us.
No one said, "But when so an iman so an aman so na agenchi la agenchi." Abu family to be eche ope mu fe ne. No na hwe fe be ka bibi so. Aye pen na anyami aye. Ka aye ajibu no na onyami aye. Ni bo wo ka ke wo ye Yesu ba mi e quick aye gosh oye musufe e shengbo mocho ba be mi lo aye oye musufe e shengbo mocho ba be wo lo oga premature come on, keyword. Get only anupale no jofo anupale na. Jehovah abaje ohipo. Jehovah zebat bani ona. Abana anupale ni ofo yimo. Ghana football. Then what shene? Nyengbo nyengbo. Kobe wata telemo keti telemo. Kobe wata telemo kokumsi. Kobe wata telemo. Man now no prosper the one way. Yeah, Yesu ba mo ba seje ni kwa seje man fen gbe ami ni Ghana bi fe ba na no kwale eto
na kan
yo wa jomo man yiwe kunya sesko embemo baleba kunya sesko baleba embemo baleba Brighton, whether they like it or not, yes, me and home.
Yes, Ugba.
What player in Kajeche?
Hey, Charlie.
What player?
Somebody's player.
What can free?
Somebody's
what can you try to feel? You call it and you can watch and you can play in your Malacra. You are Emmanuel, you are Emmanuel, you are a Jonomo, yes, Ugba. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Me see a balabano or the few.
Anyway, let me get into
that commentary was delicious. This could be the first goal. Not a big commentator to say.
I don't know what you mean, but we're in the Premier League spirit and football is back. So let's stay on the tangent. Let me get to the top 6 predictions. Now, if you go to City Sports GH on Twitter or X, we have the predictions of the guys on the desk on there. Let me start off with the person who is singing tunes about Baleba and all of that. Let me ask him about how he came up with this top 6. So Christopher Nimley's top 6 this season, very interesting, you know. Let me get right into it. So coach says that he is a Manchester United fan, and so he does not believe in Liverpool doing back to back. Liverpool will not run it back as far as he is concerned. So he has Arsenal winning the league this season, and then you have I believe Liverpool.
Yes,
you have
Arsenal, Liverpool,
Manchester City,
Chelsea, United, and Newcastle.
Wow. Let me go through that again. So coach has Arsenal first, Liverpool second, Manchester City third, Chelsea fourth, United coming a fifth. That's quite a leap from where they finished last season. And then Newcastle are in sixth.
That's right.
What have you seen with Arteta and the Gunners for you to believe that this could be their season?
Before I address that, the moment Baleba comes, I'll have to review that thing. My top 6 is on condition that at the time of giving my top 6, there was no Baleba. Carlos Nkwemo Baleba. No Nebako. The moment we finish that move, and he walks through Carrington, the new world-class modernized structure of Carrington. That top 6
mean ultra-modern facility.
State
of the art.
2025 standards.
Can't you see? Who here didn't see or
meeting
see?
all modern standards?
If you are blind, then you will see. Even the blind can see the new Carrington.
No, but I don't like saying good things about United, but that Carrington is like the openness of the place.
It is the Glazers that disgrace this team. When they were taking over, Old Trafford was the best stadium in the whole England, one of the best in the world.
Fair.
But they've sat there just chopping the money. Now we have opened their eyes. So the top 6 prediction: if Baleba comes, and United get a goalkeeper, we are moving from 5th to 3rd. I'll do some structural readjustment to the top 10. Now let me go to why I think Arsenal will win the
Go on.
First of all, it is Arteta's defining season.
He says this is phase 5.
Phase 5 is the last phase.
Why be Marvel?
He will be telling you which phase.
Why be Marvel Cinematic?
So he expects to go to phase 6.
Phase 5.
Hey, well, he expects to go to phase 6. After Sunday, they walk a little bit no early. He will start accumulating his points from next week. Oh, factual.
So is 0 points tomorrow or on Sunday?
Of course. One of the last time they won at Old Trafford.
Hey, Charlie.
What you see, if there's one reason why I support Man United, it's because of such games. When you show up, we'll humble you, Claire. That is the theater of dreams. It's because of the things of late. That is why that place have stopped. But this season, we'll be showing fantastic movies.
Hey, Charlie, you are dropping a lot of bars.
A lot of bars. Good movies.
As you pick
excellent movies. Movies where you see
award-winning movies.
You'll be, you see, they'll be watered. You see, that's the point I'm making.
Like pipe.
It is Arteta's defining season. Look, he has a very good team. How many times have we not called for him to add that finished product? That striker that guarantees them 20 plus goal in the season. I think they've bought the striker to give them that goals. If they create and give him the chances, he'll put them away. Got one thing about Victor Gyökeres that you cannot take away from him. When the chances present itself, he'll put it away. So because of that, I think that which they've been lacking, they have solved. But I looked at the absence of Thomas Partey, and I looked at what they have done. They may not have replaced Partey tactically or technically or quality-wise, but I think over the stretch of the season, I think they would have solved the problem. Zubimendi is a very good player when he settles in alongside Declan Rice. I don't expect Odegaard to have the form he showed last season. I think he will come good this season. And I expect, because of the fact that they brought in Madueke, who may at times relieve Saka of the too many games that he used to play in. When Saka is fresh, it is very likely that he will give you the end product. But of course, like I said, it won't start from Sunday. That one, the Amden Chamali. So that is why I've picked Arsenal. They've given up, they've gone for something that solves a major problem in their team. Defensively, we know they've always been solid. And Arteta, that one, you can't take it away from them. In the past 2 to 3 seasons, they've been one of the best team defensively in the league. Their main problem is because they've not had that player to give them 20 plus goals. If they've had that player in the last 2 seasons, they would have won the league. Now, my second choice is Liverpool. Of course, I've never seen a team win the league and splash and still hoping to splash close to £500 million. If they get Isak, accumulatively they would have paid over £500 million. And the beauty of what they have done, they are not just buying any player, they are buying quality. But the reason why I looked at them and I said, no, this Liverpool strike force, yes, they look very good, but it lacked some decent amount of experience. The only experienced attack force in that team is Mohamed Salah. Now, the likes of Antikoko and Florian Wirtz and
who's Antikoko?
Oh, the likes of Antikoko and Co.
Charlie.
Whether you like it or not, in their favorite career, they've had only one good season. One good season for him to walk into the best league in the world and prove that he's indeed definite. He will need time to see. He's a good player. I don't expect him to roll and roll and roll and roll and roll throughout. No. Florian Wirtz, I still maintain, is a good player, but the physicality of this league will expose him. So maybe he will also need some time to adjust. And as at the time of me making this team, this Liverpool defense, I believe, is still shaky. They are one injury away from total calamity. Either Konate or Van Dijk, if any of them were to get hurt, the team. And I don't expect those two guys to play in the Champions League, play in the league. No. There will be variation.
They brought in Giovanni Leone.
He's too young a player to depend on at this level.
They say he's the best centre back of
we saw
if Kuzanov is playing for Manchester City, why can't Leone play?
We saw Kuzanov now. Or the Ochicha goals now, they are the Urefi. He was scoring own goals and things. We saw it. Kuzanov
had a shaky.
He's still shaky. Kuzanov is still shaky.
He's decent.
Oh, they be.
You don't like your team?
Kuzanov. You know, you watch
Kuzanov.
Kuzanov means if I go play the defense there.
I don't even know what.
So the problem I'm saying is that Liverpool has a very good team, but defensively they've not solved their problems yet. And I think that maybe, I don't know what is delaying the McGay move.
I think they are sorting out paperwork in that.
They should go and pay the money.
From the reports, apparently there's about 5 million difference in
they should pay the money.
I'm sure it's related to agent fees and those little
Palace is looking at how much you are ready to pay for Isak. Why are you delaying? I think if they get Isak and they get McGay, I'll come and change my prediction again.
They'll come.
Yes.
So change it now.
No. I have to see them first. If I can wait for Baleba, I have to wait for hey, take the ball from him quick. And then go for So the point I'm making is that
I can't believe
Liverpool to play second. Now Man City. Look, for once, it will take a miracle for Man City to win this league. I don't think the sort of players they bought after the likes of Raheem Sterling, the likes of Mahrez, the likes of Bernardo Silva, and the Spanish boy. What's the name?
David
Silva. Those guys have still not been replaced. Phil Foden yesterday,
and Gundogan has possibly tanked.
Yeah, he's dipped
a step further.
Now look at the guys they brought. Tijani Rain. These are good players, but they all need time to adjust. The only player who they bought so far who hit the ground running was the Moroccan international Mamouche. From game one, you could see that this guy, he's very, very serious and he means business. So the point I'm making is that at the end of the day, Man City too, they are buying players, and those players still need time to adjust.
And Rodri's had a setback.
Rodri has got a setback in his recovery. As to why Pep still didn't see I thought they would have gone for
Nico Gonzalez.
Oh, Gonzalez he doesn't stand the authority of
Rodri.
Even Baliba is far better than Gonzalez. You remember when Rodri injury came up, people were saying that Man City are going to go for Baliba. We said, come. If they think they've got balls, they should come. They should come and let's go and compete over Baliba. We'll show them what we showed to Newcastle. Something small. Look at this anti-Kokoma. Come on, get up and play the football. You see, the point I'm making is that
this is what you'll be dealing with.
The point I'm making is that in Man City, I'm hearing it look like they will get Donnarumma.
They will.
If they get Donnarumma, at least he adds 10 more.
You were supposed to get Donnarumma.
No. Upon second thought, when we sat down, we did analysis. We want the boy in Belgium, Lamens. Onana will go, then Lamens will come finish. For now, it is Baleba we want. Baleba or nothing. Finish. Okay. That is our choice. So I expect Donnarumma to come. Erling Haaland will be there. Look at what. They don't have any player like Kevin De Bruyne now.
Shaky.
Oh, man, Cherky. They are not chalk. You are not writing using chalk on the board to write. Cherky do chalk at all. He comes nowhere close to Kevin De Bruyne.
In fact, he probably is a bench option.
He's a bench option. Now look at Kevin De Bruyne's assist to Erling Haaland. Throughout Erling Haaland's stay in Man City, De Bruyne is the player who gave him the most assists. And De Bruyne is gone. Hey, nobody can convince me that will not have an impact on them. Anytime they failed to win the league in recent times, there were times where De Bruyne was injured. He couldn't establish a consistent playing time with them and all that. But whenever he showed himself that he's indeed on form and he's playing regularly, nobody, when they won the league recently, by the time he came back, they were trailing. They were trailing both Liverpool and Arsenal. De Bruyne recovered from his injury. They won the league. So Man City without De Bruyne, I want to see those one-time crosses from the right flank to Erling Haaland and the call for them to be scoring. Who is going to do that? Nobody in the team can do that. So Erling Haaland himself now, he needs to learn how to play football. He cannot only be at the end of finishing the move. Man City, they will pass and pass. You see, Kevin De Bruyne was the only player in that team that did something different.
Yeah. Can pick a pass out of nothing.
Out of nothing. 60 yards, 70 yards. Not pass it soon. There's nobody in this Man City team that is capable of doing that. So I weighed all this and I said, no, these guys, yes, they've got good quality, but I don't think they have what it takes to go past Liverpool and then Arsenal and win the league. So that is why I put them at third. Then of course, my Manchester United. Nketiah, I told you something. Last season we were 15th. We accept the fact that we were 15th. We were not good enough. Our manager came in the middle of the season. He's coming in with a specific style, a specific system, a system that we all now believe that is the way to go. His team was not like more or less set up to play that system. He complained and complained and complained and complained about the lack of time to train these boys. Now, United, we've changed our entire attacking force. Rashford, Garnacho, Holland, and Chewonshwile. Who are those there now? Matthias Cunha, Brian Mbeumo, how Zexko. United, as I've said already, last season alone scored 44 goals. Between Zexko Cunha and Mbeumo, they scored more goals than United. We are not asking them to score more goals. They should just give us 35 among the three of them, 35 to the 44. We are in the top 4.
Hey, Charlie.
We are in the top 4. Now, I tip United to be fifth. Chelsea was the team I'm tipping to be. Do you know why I tip Chelsea to be fourth?
Why?
Most people don't understand. I think they will start the season well, but they will choke in the middle of the season.
Sounds like last season.
Yes. You see, they've not had enough rest. One, they've played the most football. If you put all the top 4 teams together, they've played the most football. 2 or 3, if you look at them, it is still a very young team.
Yep.
They'll be playing the Champions League. They'll be playing the league. The expectation to go and now win the league.
Yeah.
All these things comes along with its own pressure. So what we are saying is that what
you are doing tonight is
this
epic.
Chelsea,
You are doing analysis and still hate watching Liverpool.
This Chelsea team
Wow.
is a very good team. Now, if you look at them,
Yeah.
Diab, I don't trust him. I don't trust him at all. Now, Pedro is the man, but this Pedro boy, he has never scored more than 15 goals in a season before. I stand to be corrected.
Always the first time.
There's always a first time. So wait. They will wait for him to score more than 15. In Kopama,
Yeah.
I think they have a player that they will need to show his form in the first year. Kopama cannot repeat what he did last season. If he repeats that, I think Chelsea will suffer. Nicola Jackson too, they are sacking him. So Pedro will have to work a lot, and he has the responsibility to put the ball in. They have a very young team.
Yeah.
If you look at this Chelsea team, it's a very, very young team. That is why I love them. But I still do believe that defensively, they do have issues. Because they will not be playing against PSG every week, where they will sit and counter. There are games where they will have to come out and play. And that is where defensively, I believe they will be shocked. I would have thought that if I'm their head coach, I'll be telling Todd Bowley to go and pay the money for Donnarumma, and I will sack this Gomez man.
You mean Sanchez?
Sanchez, I will sack him. To be honest with you, because in Donnarumma, if they have a keeper like Donnarumma, then of course I will look at them and say, look, this guys, because look, Donnarumma, when he's in your team, he guarantees you extra 10 points. Like Alisson will do, extra 10. So you do, Donnarumma, I'll give you 10 points. My save alone is plus 10. So I think Chelsea will do well. I think they will retain their Champions League spot, but I don't see them winning the league. As for Newcastle, the shock that they've been through, the shock of being rejected by almost every first target that they've gone after, I think in fact, I was torn between Newcastle and Villa, and even Spurs. But when I look at Spurs, if you look at the way they behaved, even in midweek, what sort of behavior towards that? What?
Spursy behavior.
This is typical Spursy.
Yeah.
So what's the name of their new coach?
Thomas Frank.
Thomas Frank. You see, this is not Brentford where you sit back and counter. He's gone to Spurs. There are games he'll be required to come out and play. That is where we'll see how good a coach he is. He had every opportunity just to make sure that they win the Super Cup. 5 minutes to go, you are 2-0 up.
Yep.
I look at why did he change the Portuguese boy
Palinha?
Why did he change Sa? Why did he change Kudus? Because of all his frontmen.
Like I said, the game was almost over. He thought he had wrapped it up.
No, but you don't change Kudus and Richarlison. They were the guys holding the ball and then winning the fouls for your players to have some respite. You changed them and brought those who were coming to run. Running to where? You are already 2 goals up. Running to where, Thomas? Running to where? Where are you running to?
Nobody tired.
Nobody tired. You are comfortably in the lead. So where the rush? Take the steam out of the game. That is how we manage games. When I'm playing the final and I'm leading 2-0 and there's 5 minutes to go, what am I rushing to? Hey, Obinda from when you get there, say you have cramp, hold your legs. They will bring the people on the field just to make sure that there's
North African team playing.
just to make sure that there isn't any subsistent play of the game. You break the game intermittently.
Yeah.
By the time you realize the time has gone, pray, yapon. You change and bring players who come and run. That was a bad move. So for me, I think Arsenal, because it is Arteta's defining season.
Arsenal.
He fails to win the league, he should be fired. Because I don't know of any club in the world that will give you 6 years
as a top team.
As a top team and not win the league and still be in charge. Then it will be confirmed that indeed he's taking them where he can take them. He cannot take them to Cana and to Gojina Home. Liverpool there, Florence so far, then we have Man City. We'll see what Mamouche and Co will do. Chelsea 4th, United 5th, Newcastle what? 6th.
Let me go to Adam, right? So Adam has Manchester City winning the league, Liverpool placing in 2nd, Chelsea coming 3rd, Arsenal 4th, United 5th, Newcastle 6th. No space for Spurs, I notice.
No, too much Spurs behavior.
Okay, let's go with your reasons.
For City, I've not seen Pep go 2 years without winning a league title anywhere he's been.
Okay.
I've not seen him go 1 year, then the next year without winning a league title. It's not happened before. So I'm yet to see it. So until then, I'm going to stick with him. I think they've done good business, even though I do agree with Coach that some of the players do not hit the levels of some of the guys they've had in the team in the past.
Yeah.
But I think they've solved most of the problems their squad had last season. Bar the Rodri relapse, I think they have a very good team going into the season. So I'll stick my money behind them. For Liverpool, I like the business they've done a lot. They've done a lot of great business. As Coach said, there aren't too many teams that win the league and go and splash this amount of cash. But their centre-back situation, I just feel like a little bit more cover is needed. What I saw in pre-season was a team that could create a lot of chances. I feel like they'll create more chances this season because of the attacking power they have. But when they are going back, the amount of goals they were conceding in pre-season, even Slot drew attention to that. That is something they'll have to work on. So I think that might be the undoing this season. But it all depends on the business they are able to do this season. As of now, if this is the team they'll present for the rest of the season, I think this is where they will finish because of how they might not be as solid as they were. Last season, they were really good defensively. For Chelsea,
Hey, Charlie! They hate to watch on Liverpool here is serious.
it's crazy. Nobody they hate watch Liverpool.
It's okay. Let's go with the analysis.
For Chelsea, I think it's more of a momentum thing for me. I think from where they came from last season, saying they weren't in the title race, then finishing with the Conference League title, then going and the high of winning the Club World Championship. I think it will just give them confidence heading into the season.
They are not in the title race.
As much as their team is young, I feel that if you look at the kind of players they've brought in, they are players who are kind of hungry. The lap was at Ipswich. João Pedro, where he was coming from, I think they want to prove a point at the club they've come to. I see him as.
I think he's a good finisher. He definitely has room to.
In fact, he's one of the finest finishers. Not good. Oh no, it's not like it's not like I'm sugarcoating.
I think it was impressive for him to score 12 goals at where he was. So for to come to a team like Chelsea, I should only think it will go up. The numbers will go up because that team doesn't create that much. For him to score 12 goals there, I think he will do well. What Coach said about them not having enough rest, I think their squad is big, so they can share.
It's big, but it's not of the same quality.
Fair enough. But then you don't need the same like starting 11 quality to kill out every game. There are some games you can rotate and still see the game out. So I feel like that will do them some good because of how deep their squad is. For us now, I just feel like it's a season where too many people might come to the party. That's what might push them down. As much as they've done good business, I think they've done good business and they will be competing. But like last season was like almost like a free pass for them to go and win the league. And they weren't consistent enough, and Liverpool had it over them. But now,
Auntie Coco with the opener. Look at the way the studio is silent. Auntie Coco to open the season. Let me see who dropped the assist.
No, Bina.
There was a defensive error. He just capitalized on it.
You mean solo run? I mean, defender was sleeping on the job. Hold on, the show is on pause till I see the goal. Let me watch that replay again. Ekitike says, I have arrived. when we say hit the ground running, this is how your striker hit the ground running.
When you say Sunday, when you say we are hate watching Liverpool,
you are.
No, have you seen
made analysis to
no, but have you seen my prediction?
Kitike, aggressive striker, composer, anyway, let's get back to the predictions. And please,
for Arsenal, I just feel like for Arsenal, it's a season where too many people might come to the party. Liverpool are super strong this season. City are coming back.
The guy they move like Isak.
I say I need the twin towers. The twin towers and Isak.
You say a front
you let me keep quiet. Let's go on.
Yeah, so for Arsenal, I just feel like the competition will be too much this season. Too many people will come to the party, so I might see them being pushed down a bit. For United, I'm tipping a bounce back because of how bad their season was last season.
They just can't go any lower.
Yeah, if any lower is relegation, and I don't think that Ruben has that on his cards. Any lower is relegation, and with the kind of reinforcements they've brought in, I think their team looks impressive. Like, contrary to what a lot of people think, I think they've done really good business.
They literally overhauled.
Yeah, it's just they're just a few signings away from being a strong competitor in the league. So I understand the confidence a lot of their fans are getting ahead of the season. And Newcastle, the whole Isak situation, everybody knows that apart from Barcelona, the team I love is Newcastle. And the whole Isak situation has just destabilized the dressing room. I don't know how much business they can do before the transfer window comes to an end. And even if they can't do any, the level of the quality of the players they will bring in as compared to Isak. Because I don't think they are replacing Isak with one player, because they lost Callum Wilson too. So they need to bring at least 2 strikers in. So that's in addition to some of the things they need to do in the transfer window. I don't think they can do all of it in time to be able to compete and push up farther than 5th than they finished last season. So that's the reason for my top 6.
Solid. I like it. Let me get to Shining Brother 1. Yao Ejeminta. Top 6.
Listeners, when the word shining means we advise him to do the Lord is my pepper for 3 years. Make
Coach, some few minutes ago, right? I went to my Twitter handle and to find out that I've got one person, actually a couple of people following me. Guess one of the accounts handle, Sakura Man.
Top 6.
Top 6. Man United at 6 position. Newcastle at 5. Newcastle are almost done with the Jacob Ramsey move from Aston Villa. And honestly, I think that's what gave me the confidence to put them.
Underrated.
Yeah, that gave me the confidence to put them ahead of.
I don't really rate Ramsey.
Ahead of Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur. I think Newcastle and Tottenham Hotspur, one of those two teams will finish either in 5th place and the other will finish in 7th place. I think they competing in the Champions League will bring about a distraction, as in they could go all in on the Champions League if they start well, and might end up slipping up along the way in the Premier League, or they might end up getting fatigued along the way and end up letting in some points go along the way. So in between those two teams, then I see Man United slipping in. So Man United 6th, Newcastle 5th, Tottenham Hotspur 7th. Then Chelsea, I go with Chelsea in 4th place. I think they maintain their spot from last season, mainly because they've done well in terms of recruitment, help boosting their attacking lineup with Liam Delap and Joao Pedro, and also boosting their midfield. And now Enzo Fernandez and Moises Caicedo look settled and look to playing the way that they used to play before they got to Chelsea. Their first season together, it wasn't good, but looking at how they played in their second season, up until the World Cup, yes, I think they found their footing and will do well. But unfortunately, all the great things that Chelsea are likely to do, that back line is still shaky. That centre back is still shaky, and that centre back combination is still shaky. And on top of that, Robert Sanchez, if it's just 1 or 2 games, he'll deliver the goods for you. But across an entire campaign, the mistakes will pile up along the way, and will end up costing you some games. And
it's ironic because they spoke a lot about replacing Sanchez towards the off season.
Yeah, and
off season came and it just died.
Yes, because he delivered one or two. Yes, brilliant performances, and that's why it got to them to change their mind a little bit. And when you look at
in fact, I hear not to cut you. I hear one of the reasons that changed the top hierarchy's mind or the decision to let him go was that final against PSG.
Exactly.
All the goals Chelsea scored.
Yeah, the passing his passing ability, and on top of that, when you look at the options available, the quality of their passes is not at the same level as let's say Robert Sanchez. So for instance, Gianluigi Donnarumma, in terms of passing is considered pretty much a weakness in his game, and so that is very important in Enzo Maresca's setup. And so they likely want to go in for a guy like or stick with a guy like Robert Sanchez. But like I said, the mistakes are there, they will pop up, and when you combine that with the uncertainty at the center back position, is it Tosna Darabioyo, is it
that's my buddy.
Are you going with
the guy with the walk?
Are you going with Chaluba? Are you going with the French boys, Disasi and Fofana? But Yashil. So many doubts or question marks in there. So that's why I see Chelsea staying put in fourth place and not taking a step or two higher. Then with Man City have started the rebuild. But I think it will take them another year, which is this year, before they get to that elite level and have that aura about them where they just get to that dominance level that they were just brushing teams aside. And so that's why I see them staying put in third place. And Arsenal also staying put in second place because, yes, they have their striker, and now they look to be a little bit pretty much without weaknesses. But at the end of the day, I think the Madueke money wasn't well spent because they don't spend £52 million on pretty much a backup or a guy who would be an ill fit in terms of tactical balance when you start him on the left side. Because if you start him on the left side, then you have left-footed Madueke and a left-footed Saka who is only wanting to come infield. And that pretty much tightens up the space that you need to operate and help the middlemen create enough chances, and that makes Arsenal's attack pretty much predictable because you know that through the middle they don't create as much. They will send the ball out wide, and for them to send across. And when they move the ball out wide to send across, it's not especially from the right side. It's not coming from Bukayo Saka because he'll be moving infield. It's coming from Ben White, and Ben White's crosses are downright terrible. They are downright terrible. It's either it doesn't beat the first line of defense or it goes completely over the top of everyone. True. And so that's a bit of weakness, and I don't think it helps out with Arsenal being able to score as many goals as Liverpool did last season. So that's why I'll keep them in second place. And with Liverpool, the pressure of dealing with living up to the standards or expectations of a champion would get to them a little bit. The emotional toll that comes with dealing with the Diogo Jota issue will come in, but I think it's negated because of the influx of the new players with KTK coming in, Jeremy Frimpong, KK coming in,
and Isak
and
in the pipeline.
Potentially Isak also in the pipeline. So I see that, and I think that these guys would have way too much firepower, and their defense is likely to get that serious boost that they need to serve as to sort out the backup issues behind Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahima Konate. Already Leone is in the building, and potentially they could get Maguire, and once they get Maguire, then pretty much the team is full to the brim in terms of talent, in terms of quality, and the depth that they need to be able to challenge across all fronts, which is 4 in this campaign. And I think they have more than enough quality to be able to maintain their position, and that is first place. So that's my prediction. Liverpool number 1, Arsenal number 2, Man City number 3, Chelsea 4, Newcastle 5, and Manchester United 6.
Very interesting. Let me go to Shining Brother 2. Gabi Ofe has a very interesting.
So is he saying I know
So you have Liverpool topping
so
the
you
charts.
say they hate watch.
I'm not even sure why you were trying to behave like coach, because I don't know why you are.
Anyway,
we're waiting for him.
I'll explain. I'll explain why.
Okay, so Liverpool top to win the league for Gabi. Manchester City second. Chelsea go up one step further to third. Arsenal drop off to fourth. It looks like phase 5 won't be good for Arteta according to Gabi. United are fifth. Wow.
From 15th to 5th.
Wow, that's quite the leap. Yeah. And then there's Newcastle in sixth. Talk me through this.
Well, Liverpool, I think now before that, I think that this season would be very, very competitive. So you can probably understand why you see me doing some bit of moves when I see that Bournemouth are trying to go against Liverpool. I think it'll be tough. Look, but I think Liverpool have reinforced expensively and impressively this season. I would say you can't splash in excess of £250 million. Take it into the season and say that you wouldn't defend the title. The reports were that Liverpool were ready to spend about £500 million.
There's cash,
and clearly they've done so. It's now 250. If they're able to bring in Gehi, it gets to 300. That 200 there is still waiting for that Isak move from Newcastle to Liverpool. Even if that doesn't happen, I think that this season we'll get to see really what Slot's team would be like. Last season we had so much talk about inheriting a team that was under Klopp. Now clearly the signings is done.
This is his team.
Yes, the signings is done. It's a huge statement of what he wants to do with this Liverpool team. I have a few concerns though. Sometime back I spoke about what Slot actually wants from Jeremy Frimpong. And I say so because if you look at what Frimpong did for Leverkusen, he played mostly as a right wing back. Right? And Slot has brought him in because he sees him as a player who gives him a lot of options at that right side. Taking into consideration that Salah would leave for the AFCON. All right, but in this game, he's gone with him at right back position, which I actually don't buy. But I understand it's a long stretch of games, 38 games, as and when the season evolves, and dependent on what opponents they face, he would switch. But I think all that's said and done, the Ekitike move to works for me. Look, in as much as there's pressure on him, I think that he gives or he takes some bits of pressure of Mohamed Salah. Because last season, Liverpool were heavily reliant on Mohamed Salah.
And he'll go to the AFCON late this year.
Exactly. And even if Salah lives, even when you take that out, he's a player who has a very good history with staying away from injuries. And I'm one person that don't doubt that he will step up this season. He'll give Liverpool that 15-20 goals that season. And that almost has what happened last season repeating again. All right, he's brought in Florian Viet, who I think that would also add some bit of added power up front. A player who gives a lot of options. Also dependent on what Slot would want to do with him. So look, that activity in the transfer market from the top hierarchy of Liverpool tells the other competitors that look, we want to do back to back for the first time in a very long time. And there's pressure on Liverpool to deliver. They can't run away from it. They have to embrace it. Slot now has to change or convince us that whatever they did last season was not a fluke.
Hey, Charlie.
I'm saying that again. Slot has to change and convince everybody that is watching the EPL from today to next year, May or whatever, that whatever they did last season was not a fluke. And so that is why I put them there to win the title. Look, and to even move on to second, that signing alone is another statement that they even want to do better in Europe, in the UEFA Champions League. All right, so it's a good one. My second team, I gave it to Manchester City. I mean, the team to finish second, I gave it to City because I think City have still got a lot of work to do. I'm not too convinced with the work they've put in the transfer market. They brought in Ryan Sheki, one of the technically gifted players, and Bipedal. Last season, his stats in the French Ligue 1 was really impressive. They've brought in some other players, Ryan Al-Nouri, who solves that a bit of a problem at that left back position. But I don't see
about him.
Yes, I still don't see that team really convinced under Pep. I think Pep still needs this season to actually put together whatever he wants to do in the past season. But the big question, actually, a lot of City fans are asking is that would he even stay for next season? Yes. So it's a really,
I think so, because he signed a 2-year extension. So this season and next season.
So it's a really dicey situation for Manchester, for me. That's why I put City at second. And I've not been too impressed with the signings they've done. I think some of those difficulties they went through last season would pop up again. All right, would pop up again this season. And in as much as they would want to be very effective, I don't think they've got that firepower like Liverpool have got for this season. That's why I put them at second. My third place would be, obviously, Chelsea. I put Chelsea in third because I think they'll do better than last season. Last season, they finished fourth.
Yeah.
I also think that the exertions of the FIFA Club World Cup would somehow get to them. Another factor I want to highlight is that, and Yao mentions it, Chelsea are not too good at the back. And what made it even worse is Levi Cole going out to ACL. All right. Today I read somewhere that the top hierarchy are looking to bring in an experienced centre back, somebody who's got Premier League experience. They don't want to look outside the EPL.
Yeah.
And that's very difficult because Maresca says he wants a centre back, not a centre back who is.
Why are there plenty centre backs at Chelsea? Where's Disasi?
No, you see,
Disasi.
no, Disasi to Aston Villa.
Where's Badiashile?
But he came back.
They're all back.
No, but he's not good enough.
He's not good enough. He's their player.
There's Disasi, Fofana, Badiashile,
Chalobah,
Tosin, Chalobah.
Yeah.
But now if you look at the centre backs Maresca prefers, it was more of Levi Cole
Chalobah.
and
Chalobah.
Chalobah. No, but last season he went with Tosin and Chalobah came back. So then he reverted to Chalobah. So it was going to be more of Levi and Chalobah, and then the ACL pop up. So it means that it's probably going to be Chalobah. That's if Chelsea don't sign Chalobah and Tosin. And I don't trust Tosin too much. I'm not saying he's bad, but
Coach Nimlis Tosin
and you know what I find that very surprising, because I thought, given his experience in the Premier League with Fulham, he should have been way better than what we are seeing now. But he looks like, when I watch him, he still looks like a 19-year-old defender who is still trying to learn.
But he was not that good at Fulham.
No, I'm not saying that he was good at Fulham, but I'm saying that
he should have upped this game by now.
Exactly. I'm not saying he's that good. Now, the only leader I think at Chelsea now, at the back line, is Reece James. Ben, you and I know that Reece James spends more time with the medical team than his players on the pitch.
Oh, yeah, and his friend Danny Olmo.
And you can't trust him that much to lead. Another problem that Maresca would have to deal with is the goalkeeper. Consistent 10 games, all full 15 games. That's Robert Sanchez for you. So that's one of these. These are some of the factors that I think that would hamper Chelsea's progress. Like Coach said, I think they'll start really well. They can probably do a 15 league run mixed with some bits of draws and wins, and then they begin to fall off, because up front they've solved a lot of problems that last season hurt them a lot. In Nicholas Jackson had very good XG, but unable to convert a lot of these chances he was getting. João Pedro somehow solves it. It takes off a bit of that burden on Cole Palmer. All right, so I think Chelsea will finish third. Now fourth, I gave it to my fourth was Arsenal, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yes. So Arsenal. Why I put Arsenal at fourth is that, look, I've seen something Arteta is trying to do with the acquisition of Gyökeres, which they haven't done in a long while.
Yeah.
The second thing is that I think a lot of people are forgetting that Arsenal haven't still gotten a backup for Martinelli.
Oh, they have.
I say
Leandro Trossard.
no. I don't.
Yes,
I
they
don't
brought Jesus. They have options there, but it's just that none of them are top level, like Bukayo Saka.
So that's the point I want to make.
Yeah.
We've seen Gabi Jesus do whatever he wants to do. Leandro Trossard is not that consistent. And I was thinking that money they spent on Noni Madueke, I think they were chasing Eze,
They're still chasing Eze.
right? I say so because last season, a lot of Arsenal's goals came from Bukayo Saka. This season, they can't afford to do that again. And if you are going to rely on Saka now has to do that a lot of job for Gyökeres. I say so because Arteta has tried or is trying, what I've seen from what they've been doing pre-season, to change the style of play, more to give the ball directly to Gyökeres, which they haven't done in a very long while. And I think that will take time. I find it backfiring more than working.
And you think that addition will change the dynamics
Yes,
of the way
because
they start?
now,
At the time it doesn't win, they should
because
sack him.
now a lot of the players would have to now adjust to what Gyökeres has to do. I think everybody around this table knows how Gyökeres plays. And if you watch, there was one game they played. I'm not too sure of it. There was a long pass from the goalkeeper. Gyökeres comes in deep, flicks the ball to the right. He runs into the channel. Something of that sort that we are going to be seeing. Because look, I think he's physically strong. He's able to make himself big, take the ball, allow players to run into the channel, releases the ball to them, and then that's not how Arsenal plays. Is that so? That's not how they play. Last season they were
re-engineering their style.
Yes, it was more of using the flanks, Saka, Odegaard, and now they have to change their style because of striker they've brought in. And I think that would go on to worry them this season, and probably would lead to Arteta losing his job. Yes, because a lot of people are actually thinking that it's this season for them.
It's this season or nothing.
Arteta at the press conference said something that I found really funny. He said, "You dig and dig and dig and dig, and you find gold in the mud or something like that. You will find diamonds."
I feel like we are say a child.
When you are coach, and you are not good, and you are not delivering results, you become a philosopher now. You'll be delivering.
You will find diamonds there.
You stop this Socrates behavior and just coach.
Let me move on to
taking Galamsey.
Let me move on to my fifth and sixth thing. Ben, Manchester United. You've brought in a player who scored 20 goals. You brought in a player who scored 20 goals. Brian Mbeumo. A player who did 20 goals with a not so talented squad. All right. You've brought in another player who was, I think, arguably was one of the finest or best player at Wolves in Matheus Cunha. And you've brought in a player I admire so much in Benjamin Sesko.
Charlie.
Look,
for once before I eat your humble pie.
I'm not eating any humble pie.
The admiration there. Good. The action is on the pitch.
Sunday,
Ekitike has scored the opening goal of the Premier League season.
Good. I would score that goal.
Ben,
do you know? Them going to Michelle.
Do you know what United have done with the acquisition of these three players? They solved a very glaring problem we all witnessed last season in goal scoring. And that acquisition of Brian Mbeumo and Matheus Cunha. As for Sesko, I can only admire him, but I can't say much. Because he now has to come and adapt. He now has to come and adapt. But I'm expecting that he's in the middle of two players who's got huge Premier League experience. And I think, and not just him, not just these two players, but Bruno Fernandes and some other players, that they would help Sesko to grow in quickly. Look, there's no honeymoon for him. He has to hit the ground running. And look at something. The strikers that came in this season, whether it's pre-season or it's friendly, they've all started really quickly. They've settled in really quick. Because they know that, look, there's no time. Ekitike scored. In the community show,
Ekitike is enumerating his goal. He's marking, and the first one when he did this.
Good.
Today he gave you.
No, the first one he did this. He said with the double Mukasa.
There's that. Say what am I number 2?
João Pedro came in and he scored for Chelsea.
Thank you.
Who against Victor Gyökeres? Scored for Arsenal. Who is striker? He come again. That's it, right? Even no, at Chelsea to Leon Delap has already scored. So Sesko would have to also hit the ground running. Thank you. Manchester United against Arsenal.
There is no running from it.
Because for him, he didn't get the luxury of playing in pre-season or whatever. His pre-season it's pre-season competitive game for him. And that game is against Arsenal. So he has to do. So look, I think United have solved that. If they're able to remain consistent, if these three players are able to come together, and clearly that will be Amorim's style, because he's clearly going to go with a back three.
Yeah.
And it would go throughout the entire season. If that's going to work, I think it's an improved, because United are not going to play in Europe. They are going to get more rest, whilst the other teams are playing in Europe. When they come back, they have good rest and they can hit the opponents really well. So I think they'll move from 15 to 5th for me. The last one has to do with Newcastle. Yeah. Newcastle are in also some funny episodes with the Isak thing. There's so much chaos in that dressing room. And I think that would go on to haunt them. I don't know what would become of Isak. I don't know what would become of Ediao. But clearly, if you've paid attention to what Newcastle have been doing pre-season, they are trying to build a team that won't rely on him too much. Yeah. And I saw some changes he did with Anthony Gordon and a few other players up front. Yeah. Because they really don't know or can't really tell what would happen. I think that would be a very big problem for them going forward. But I still think that they'll make it into the top 6 because they've got some equally good players in that squad that can fill in. They can't do what Isak did for them last season, because he scored 27 goals in all competitions, 22 alone in the PL.
It's a lot of goals.
The other players would have to share these responsibilities, and I think that it would get them to sit place for me. That's my top 6.
Let the young man who is sitting over there, who puts United on top of his power, come and defend those decisions, because I don't understand. Kasa. Bernard Abeku Ochre. He has Manchester United. He has Manchester United winning the title. Manchester City at 2nd.
Wait, United winning the title.
I'm not even sure what's going on. I thought
the flyer be glitch already.
When I saw the tweet,
I thought I was hallucinating.
I was confused.
Liverpool at 3rd, Chelsea 4th, Arsenal 5th, and Spurs in 6th. No, starts from the top. The top. Look, baffling decision.
Look, Manchester United for some time now have not been the Manchester United every United faithful know. But this is a club that you cannot define. There's a club that have a certain nature. Of course, I'm not surprised it's the Red Devil, because you cannot predict them. They have this nature of unpredictability.
And you go to relegation.
Listen. Okay. And for a moment, it's like the whole world doubts United now. This is a squad. A lot of people said that, look, there are many of these players who are going to walk out of the club at the end of the season. Now they select the ignored 5, and it's even a struggle for them to find a football club to associate themselves with. But for Rashford, look, this club needs players with the right attitude. And for a second, I feel they've gotten the coach. He's gotten to change the mindset of, some who were like a lackadaisical in the last season. Fantastic. Sharp. And refine them with footballers who were top in the Premier League in the season that has just ended. And Mbeumo and Cunha. And one of the if you look at the list of the Golden Boots winners, how do you call it? The records. United have signed a striker who's sleek. In that striker who got them 31 goals in the campaign. That guy, Robin van Persie, like striker.
Who is this? Who are you talking about?
The 6'4" guy.
Charlie, let's not do this.
Let him talk.
We are saying bad influence on you.
That's what I said.
Did he just compare Sesko to Van Persie?
I'm saying
I'll let it go. For the sake of Peter.
Time will reveal certain details.
It's better.
Time vindicates.
It's better.
So good. The guy has picked jersey number 30. It is just equal to 30 goals. The Benjamin Sesko guy. And he has the right attitude. It is in him. He believes that, look, he also mimics or mirrors Zlatan Ibrahimovic, because he feels the acrobatic Okay, so you must no be say we go the country somewhere,
So United will win because of the top three.
The top three. Plus, United is not playing in Europe, which doubles the number of games for them to play. And again, the coach is doing something intriguing by introducing these young lads and giving them the confidence they need. Plus, that's new facility United have put up.
Oh, Charlie.
To train in that space gives you. It's like there's a fresh air in the system. No, football. No, Ben. I have followed football to understand that it's not only matters that happen or which happens on the pitch paints that picture for footballers to win. The outside issues also matter. When the players are sound. When Ronaldo said United are training in some archaic 18th century training facility, it affected the entire group. And from the top hierarchy to the front, the very fancy
Liverpool second goal.
So,
normal, don't shout. It's Liverpool 2.
One shout.
It's Liverpool shout. Bournemouth 0. Don't shout. Let me see the assist giver. Who is this? Is it Viet?
Oh no more.
Anyway, please proceed.
Look, I feel all these factors,
help them
help United to win the title straight.
Go to your second team.
Straight. There's a sense of belief in this football club now. Now Manchester City, because I feel people are writing them off. They've done something fantastic
with the assist. Ekitike with the assist.
One go one.
Ekitike with the assist.
How can you call this assist? He give the ball to control 1, 2, 3, 4. Go
and take the assist from him.
For Manchester City, I'm saying I feel they've done good business in the space. They've gotten young guys who are wanting to paint the picture of the old. Plus, the manager still have a system underpinning these guys and what they want to do. They want to help City achieve something, especially knowing that the manager want to go into retirement in the very foreseeable future. I feel they are going to compete. But the plus of combining other games in other competitions is what's going to be the weight for the defining factor for these lads. If you watch them, their last game against Palermo or something,
Palmeiras.
Is it Palmeiras?
Chelsea.
No, Manchester City.
As in a club in
they're just
preseason
friendly.
I'm not too sure, but you can make
Italian. Palma. I'm sure it's Palma.
No,
wasn't Palma. Palermo.
I'm not sure, but you make progress.
But look, I feel if you watch that game, it is the City of old. They keep pressing. There's some sense of urgency. You look at Doku's angle. You look at the Egyptian guy.
Doku better show up because he's looking like me right now on that wing.
I think he's received the blessings of Otunfo to want to show.
If he here we day.
So I put them second because I feel these lads are going to do something. Getting close to want to win the title. So they're going to give United that competition and eventually end up placing second. For Liverpool, I feel. Look, in football, there are certain key areas that if you touch, it takes a bit of time for them to jump. Yes, they are winning their first game. Yes, it's against Bournemouth. Yes, they are Premier League champions. Yes, it's a day to honor Diego Jota and a result.
So it was Palermo.
Palermo, that's it. Thank you. And a result like this is important to show at Anfield especially. But I am of the view that Ekitike is not going to go all game scoring like this and all go assistant. We've known this Liverpool setup that it is that Egyptian king down the right who produces magic for this squad, and it also takes them time, especially because the gap for Diego Jota, may he so rest in peace. The guy who is filling there would also have to, mimic a certain style of play that will really resonate what they want to do up front. Then at the back too, they have a new guy in that fold, and the number 10, which is the engine of the club. Also, there's a new guy experimenting. There's this bit of pressure also on them from the outside, who says that they should go ahead and win the league. So where will he be looking at? The Champions League or the Premier League in this campaign, or winning all of them? Because if you splash the cash we've spoken, well of. Here, you have to go all along. And for Chelsea, I feel the mentality, the mentality. Then again, the coach, like Gabi indicated, he's an experimenter. I don't know if he's a scientist. He coach, all due respect to scientists, but he keeps experimenting. He seemed to have not gotten Enzo Maresca.
you World Class Championship.
No, you cannot come and paint the same thing, the same picture in the Premier League, because the Premier League is week in, week out, and you need to stay consistent. So if you produce that bit of inconsistency in always not knowing which lad to trust in your best trusted squad, it's going to really affect the lads, especially their younger. So for us now, it's a bit of mentally, it's going to affect them. Look, they feel placing second is the ultimate in football. And it's what's been hunting them for a minute. I feel they're going to go along. Look, Gyökeres is going to bring in that energy, but the boys behind him have played this club before. In the last campaign, they did. So the pressure would then be on them that as a new striker, they would have to produce that magic, and it's going to later end them in they, from the beginning of the season. They will do things like magic and all of that, but to go back to factory settings. So I'm putting them on the first floor for Tottenham Hotspurs. We all know it's another Brentford in the making. And they showed it in the final. They were going to do that giddy and spread games and play with a bit of intensity, but lose their steam, to the latter part of the season. That's why I pick these clubs from 1 to 6 as my top 6.
United winning the league. You and Gaza, you don't believe it, but it's fine.
The last time the top
I
6
didn't believe it.
failed to qualify for the Champions League or Euro, they won the league. You know that.
Okay. Be giving me history. Anyway, let me go through my 6 real quick, and then we will talk some Ghana football. I'll tell you about what's coming in the weekends these days before we go. Anyway, so top 6. I have Liverpool winning. I mean, Slot comes in, inherits a team that doesn't belong to him, no problem. Tactical genius, goes ahead, breezes to the title. He gets a chance to reinforce with top quality talent. There's no reason for me to believe that Liverpool cannot run it back. I also believe that instead of cowering to the, how would I call it, the pain of Diogo Jota's passing, I think they will use it as motivation to actually play well. And so I can't see beyond Liverpool for this title. Manchester City, I put them in second. I think that, again, Rodri is such a pivotal part of this team, whether you like it or not. At this point, I'm not even sure if he will come back the same, based on how things have gone for him. The new additions they made last season and this season definitely need their time to gel. If it's Pep Guardiola's football you are playing, you definitely need time to get used to it. And I've seen them in the Club World Cup. I saw them a little bit, I don't know if it was preseason, but I've seen a couple of their games. They just don't have the surety of a Pep Guardiola team about them. They look like they have 1 or 2 rooms for error. They've dropped down a pace or two. So there's that. And I'm also fully not convinced with that backline. Ryan Aïnouri is a much needed addition to left back, but Aïnouri is not much of a defender anyway. And so I don't see Manchester City winning the title, but I think they have enough consistency about their game to finish second. Arsenal, though, I think Arsenal will finish in third. But again, this will be mainly because I think they've lost some quality in the middle of the park. I'm not too convinced about their goal scoring prowess as a team. I'm not convinced about how well they will integrate Victor Gyökeres. I feel like if they can create for him, he can score. How quickly can they do that? How can he maintain his lethal ability up front? I don't have much doubts about Arsenal defending, but I also have doubts about Arsenal when the going gets tough, when the fixtures start pouring in, when the fixture congestion comes in. How will they handle all of that? So I don't believe in Arteta's phase 5. Unfortunately, I think that, in fact, if they don't produce something extraordinary, they'll drop a step further than last season. Chelsea, I mean, look, need I say more? I think Eden made a good point about momentum. They've hit the right patch at the right time. Conference League, Club World Cup, I think they can carry that into this season. They've done some decent business as well. Should come in at 4th. Aston Villa, I think, will be very hurt by missing out on the Champions League last season and just the way it played out. Unai Emery has done enough to show me that if his players are healthy, he's definitely a top 4 Champions League type contender. And then in 6th place, Spurs, Thomas Frank and Tottenham Hotspur. I don't trust them too much. I think they've also gone. They are going through a pretty heavy rebuild, if you ask me. But Sith should be a position that should not present too much pressure for Spurs, especially based on where they finished in the last campaign. Kudus, I expect him to get back to his first season at West Ham. So I'm expecting a minimum of 10 goals from him. Brennan Johnson can give them some goals, I will be cool. But I'm still worried about how they will plug Son's goals. I mean, he didn't score a lot last season, and it was evident in how they finished. I'm very curious to see how they finish without Heung-min Son. So that's my top 6, and that's how I play. So let me read a few of your messages, and then we will delve into a few other matters. But just so you are joining us on the show, we are on Sports Panorama. Liverpool are leading by 2-0. It's the opening game of the Premier League season against AFC Bournemouth. Has Semenyo taken a shot on target?
No.
Wow, that's crazy. Anyway, he has a new contract though. Let's get into some messages. This one says, Ben, coach the doom of Muff. Ask him when last he watched Man United win a Premier League match against Arsenal. Arsenal is unbeaten against the Big Six for the past 2 seasons.
We are talking about Old Trafford.
He said
you passed 2 seasons. Old Trafford. Ten Hag. Didn't Ten Hag beat you in at Old Trafford? 3-1. Oh yeah, pano.
J Nabu Agroni for Kwame Timer from Awoshi. This one says, good evening, Panorama crew. Please, oh, how did John Pinto and Fatah Dauda end the position of Black Stars assistant coaches? Pinto and Dauda?
I'm sure he's reacting to the post. I post earlier.
And this one says, Arsenal issues. Skelly drops more than Gabriel Magalhaes and will give away free kicks penalties. Zubi is the smallest, slow pace. Standing and waiting for ball does not allow the opponent to block the path for a pass. Zubi leaves the middle and moves forward to the opponents. The 2 defenders stay apart in the middle, free for attack. Martinelli and anyway, this one is good to be my favorite sports group. I got sad when I heard there will be no live Premier League commentary on City, but hearing you now that something is cooking, my vim can basa. Anyway, football is back. Hope my Man United finds the mojo to bring back the glory days. And you'll be trying to anyway, set from Botiano says City, I'm disappointed. You're not giving us commentary. Yeah, we know it's what it is. Business is business, you know. but new things.
All hopes is not lost. Yes, they should just keep praying.
Yeah, just keep praying. No. Anyway, this one says, trust me, Joao Pedro will definitely be the X factor among the centre forwards being singled into the of the season. Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, City. My predictions. Anyway, we'll see. More stuff. Ben, did I hear you right? No commentary this season? Why? Please explain. Well, like I said, it's business, purely a business decision. It's a statement out there. It's just gotten too costly over the years. Anyway, Moses Kofino says, tomorrow about this time, the Gunners have demolished the machines in the theater of dreams.
Come and beat them good on Sunday.
This one says, hi Ben, Spurs have an obsession with attackers. They have Kudus, Solomon, Johnson, Kulusevski, Richarlison, Solanke, Jill, Odobert, Tel, and still want Savinho, but only have 3 fit centre backs. Nana Kwame Ismail. That's a very telling analysis. Anyway, let me get to the GFA Congress issues. Gabriel Fair, Yao Jemita, the Shining Bros were in the mix. Gabi, 2 big decisions taken, or the biggest decision taken is that 3 terms has been passed. Kurt says to declare that he will run for those 3 terms is premature. We're also hearing that our good friend Gifty Oware,
Jamie Intan's best friend,
more or less become GFA vice president.
Yes, second
vice president. Talk us through those big decisions that happened at Congress and what you yourself made of them.
So the first one, I think he expected, if you ask me. We all knew the outcome. I think every journalist that went to prom knew that football delegates, 114 football delegates, knew what they were going to do. So 114 did so. 6 decided not to do. 6 rejected, and then 3 abstained. All right. But I think my few takeaways from that Congress was that, look, the football people or the football republic have a different view of the football they say they're running for the consumer.
Okay.
And the consumer to holds a different view with how Ghana football is being run, or the direction we are on, or the trajectory we are on. You get a point I've made, Ben. When you speak to the consumer says that everything is in shambles. And that is a reflection of what we see at the various stadium. I've said I've said this over and over again. No, it's not according to the.
We are the consumers.
The stats. Yes, and I know you will do this. And
I am a consumer. I said it is a shambles.
And he's also a consumer.
Thank you.
In fact, you are a key stakeholder. You go to the stadium to report. So what I'm saying is that that's the view. And clearly at that Congress, look, before this proposal put together by the Statutes Review Committee, right, that they say that the terms or from the Ghana Football Association, they were doing this in alignment with CAF and FIFA, and also to correct an anomaly, which is ESCO members go 3 times. Is that Semenyo? He was racially abused though in this game.
No, yes. Minute of silence.
He was racially abused in this game. The stories are running all over.
Okay.
And that the person, the supporter is still there. In fact, he's in a wheelchair.
I'm sure he'll be whisked out.
So according to them, they said after the game he'll be dealt with. So it's good that he's on the score sheet. Back to the point is that what was I even saying? So yes, I was on the Statutes Review Committee. Yes, so they said they're doing this in alignment with CAF and FIFA, and to correct an anomaly, and so that's what happened. I have a problem, and that problem is that in 2019, when the Normalization Committee put out that proposal after the whole Nyanfichi episode, was that no FA president should go for a 3 terms. So the proposal was to have 2 terms, so that you don't have an FA president who gets power drunk, or who gets, it's more of like a parochial interest than that of
collective interest
or the public's interest. All right. Now the question I have been asking again is that these football delegates went there and passed it, and I'm asking this, that just after 2019, we've not even had or tried or have it tried and tested 2 terms with 2 different FA presidents, or whatever the outcome is. So Ben goes for the 2 terms, Yao comes in, goes for another 2 terms, and then football delegates say, oh, in 2 terms, I think that 8 years for this president are not enough, or for the presidency is not enough. So let's then correct that statute or that whatever from the 20. Coach, you get a point I'm making. The 2019 NC put up.
I'm here. Why are you not asking me?
No, I'll ask you because we've had this banter already on Football Men in Ghana. So that the NC put up. So let's go for 3 terms. Then we think that Bernard Abe can do 12 years and take our football to the level of that of Morocco, or maybe to the level of that of Senegal, or to the other African countries. But after 6 years, football people say, okay, we agree to that proposal put together by the GFA Statutes Review Committee, and that we go to Congress and go and put that initial proposal by NC into the bin. Clearly, that was what was done, and that has been activated. Are we not going back to what happened some few years ago when we had Kwesi Nyantakyi, who in his first 8 years, Ghana football was, I think, in a good direction.
And then he managed to throw it all away.
I'm saying this because of a few things I monitored from that press briefing they had with because the journalists did not see or whatever happened at the Congress. The body language of Keto Kreku and the ESCO members just gave me a sense of what had happened past. All right, that is about to happen again. And the thing is that what has been the scorecard of our president, Mr. Keto Kreku, from 2019 to now?
I've eaten more meals today than he has won AFCON matches.
It's been a checkered history under him. Under his administration, we have failed to. We have failed to.
It is coming.
I say ship this guy out of my team. Ship this Konate guy out of my team. He too is trying to.
Oh no, that's not an injury. I think it's just a wrong part.
Oh, whatever it is, they should ship him out.
So it's been a checkered result under Keto Kreku. I'm not saying we've not seen some success or some successes with the national team. Clearly it is there. Under his administration, the U20 won the AFCON, right? The Black Queens went to Morocco, brought our 3rd place. That's another one, right? The Black Stars have qualified for AFCON tournament, but what has been the result from back to back? They've gone to the World Cup, from back to back group stage exits to not qualifying at all. What is the current state of our league?
Yeah.
Under his administration, these are some tangibles that I thought that.
Well, football people think he's doing well.
Yes, so that's the point that it brings me. The initial point I raised, that football people say, and I'm saying this because of what we saw at the Congress, that football people say that the football is in the right direction under him,
but we're not
and
seeing.
so we have a different view, and so our thought and our rant will end at City 97.3.
Well, the people who hear us
Just a quick one.
will hit the street someday.
But Ben, just a quick one. You see, the thing is, yeah. Personally, I didn't want to go to the event. I didn't. Yes, but I had to go because yes, I was sent. I had to go and do my work. Yes, because I'm an employee. I'm not an employer. And my employer said I should go there because there's no way that I'll wake up in the morning, move from Accra, go through Tema, sit through all that traffic, and go to Pram
For that decision.
for that event. There's no way I'll put myself through all that stress. But Charlie, what can I do? I had to just go there and do my job. And the way the GFA handled the media bits, camping us out of the Congress hall, no problem. It is your event. You determine how it's supposed to be covered. I have no problem with that. But what I have a problem with the GFA is that don't turn around and come and tell us the issues that we should discuss on our platform. That why are you guys focusing on the presidential term limit, and why aren't you focusing on the increment in money given to the referees and the increment in money given to the Premier League winner from which is up to 2 million Ghana cedis? Please, you've had your say in determining how you want your Congress to be covered. Please don't turn around and come and try to determine what issues we should discuss.
Yep.
You don't get that right to come and tell us what issues we should discuss. And the reasons that they give for extending or increasing the presidential term limit from 2 to 3 and always putting it on, oh yeah, FIFA has a 3-term limit, CAF has a 3-term limit, and so Ghana should also have a 3-term limit. Look, context matters. Context really, really matters. There's a reason why the GFA ESCO members can go to 3 terms and the GFA presidency can go to 2 terms up until Tuesday, where they voted to change that. There's something called checks and balances. We are coming from a situation where our GFA president, our former GFA president, was becoming increasingly autocratic. So in order to provide a little bit of checks and balances, that's the reason why the GFA ESCO is supposed to serve as a supervisory body to somewhat check the powers of the GFA president. And that's why they will have to go for a 3-term limit, but the GFA presidency will go for a 2-term limit. That's the bit of checks and balances in there. Okay, and they are saying that, oh yes, you have to go to it's 3 terms and it aligns with FIFA, and I won't go beyond 3 terms. What shows that you won't go beyond 3 terms? Because at the end of the day, all you need to do is just come pretty much these same delegates in one room and go like, okay, yes, we determine the rules, and I want to review the rules based on certain things. Maybe, quote unquote, President Keto Kreku has done so well a job or so good a job that we want to extend his term in office from 3 terms to 4 terms, even further. It's possible. You just put it to a vote. At the end of the day, what can FIFA do?
Same old people.
Yes, at the end of the day, what can FIFA do? All they will look at it is that, was there any form of government interference? There wasn't. Was it put to vote for it to be voted on by
Congress?
The Congress made up of football representatives? Yes, it was. Then it checks all the boxes. So carry on. And that's the fear that, okay, this might go beyond 2 terms. Now it's going beyond 2 terms to 3. There's a very, very high possibility that it could go beyond 3 terms to 4 and to 5. and that's where there's a bit of worry. There's a bit of worry regarding how things are going. That, look, you say FIFA increased it from 2 to 3. CAF has done the same. Okay, look at the examples that you cited. FIFA. Look at the amount of money that Gianni Infantino has brought into FIFA. Look at Dr. Patrice Motsepe. How he's practically turned around the AFCON. Look at how the AFCON is viewed right now. How the AFCON is organized. There's a reason why he's taking tough decisions. He says the AFCON for the past 2 editions, and including the upcoming women's AFCON, all 3, the 2 have been played in Morocco. The next one that is coming up next year, it will also be played in Morocco because he wants the best of facilities to hold the tournament. Look at the amount of money he's brought to CAF. How things are being organized by CAF these days. So if the delegates go and they vote that we want to extend his term limit from 2 to 3, it just makes perfect sense. But like Gabby said, what is the scorecard of Kete Kroku?
Nothing.
6 years in, what is the scorecard? Like it's just it falls short of good. It falls short of good because aside the Black Stars qualifying to the World Cup and the under-20 winning the AFCON,
No, we're not going to go there.
then the Black Queens winning bronze. What is there to show?
Those things, they're not
We've
achievements.
forgotten the ban on the,
What
on
is
the,
there to
on
show?
the maiden set.
That's what I'm saying. Like, aside those things, what is there to show?
Nothing.
There is nothing major to show because you haven't even won an AFCON game. This upcoming AFCON in December, Ghana won't compete in it because we didn't even qualify.
When that time comes, you understand. Coach, learn from me on all of this because these people are. You've been on their case for a minute. You started raising the alarms on this.
But then it's a football decision. The football people decided. So yeah no problem.
This third term business before it came to fruition, it has happened.
You see, the mindset that they are called football people, that is why football is dying in this country. Kete Kroku is not more of a football person than me.
You've done football from the
None of them who sits at the ESCO can look at me and say they are more football person than I am. None of them. All of them. I'm telling you, those who know, they know.
If you know, you know.
I listened to the General Secretary of the Ghana Football Association this afternoon. In Ketia, I wept. My good friend, your good friend, our brother.
I mean real tears.
And coach
He was asked a simple question by Fentio Tahiru Fentio. Fentio, wherever you are, may God bless you. Fentio asked him, the third term extension, what are the benefits? Was there the need? If there was the need, what actually, how do we as Ghanaians, how is our football going to benefit from that? I said the man couldn't answer.
Basically, what have you done in the past 6 years that you haven't been able to finish? That you need an extra 4 years, another 4 years to complete.
You couldn't answer. Oh, you couldn't answer. You couldn't answer the question. I respect you. I know you are a very brilliant lawyer. In a committee, lawyer, open your court about me more.
Bloby.
I don't want to bring that because if you ask that kind it affects all of us. I'm telling you honestly. I listen to him, Jay Mokoke. I listen to him.
You mean he couldn't answer?
He couldn't answer. I'm analyzing Kete Kroku. The problem is that they deserve 10. They deserve 10. Look, I'm telling you honestly. You can't get a gun to chew. Look, if you are a Ghanaian and today you listen to the General Secretary of the Ghana Football Association, you will cry. Go and do your football. Like I've always said, let your wives, your children, your relatives, they should go and watch the football. If you think football belongs to you,
man, that is a contender for goal of the season.
I just saw the ball.
He literally ran from and he ran the full length of the.
So when I saw that, I started tapping. Oh my! Look at what he's doing.
Oh my goodness!
That is a contender for
and
goal of
see,
the season.
Just to quickly add this, I think a lot of people are forgetting this thing about him. He's growing really confident in using like both feet.
Yes, can finish with his left.
The Liverpool defense I've said it already. We've all said it.
Terrible defense.
So nobody could step in and put up the challenge.
Nobody.
They will all back him off. Backing off to where? Let's look at what Keto Kreko and the people are doing. In Ketia, our football is finished. In Ke aye penny na nyami aye ne chola aye. Only fame about na chebo aye. Your actions or inactions will allow people to sit from here and say, why are you behaving as if you are a witch? What is your scorecard? What is your scorecard? What do you have on that card to show to Ghanaians?
Yep.
General Secretary. If the General Secretary of the Ghana Football Association could not explain why there was the need, how we stand to benefit from this third term extension, then we are finished. Try and invite the General Secretary to Sports Panorama. I will come, I will keep quiet, I will not talk some. He should just come and answer one question. General Secretary, just come and answer. Stop talking to us about what is alignment or synchronization with CAF and FIFA. What sort of statement is that? Landed people, when you are asked, why do you think we deserve a third term without even finishing the second term of the very first experimental thing? The whole look, I'm a chemist. I go to the lab.
You have to experiment it.
Who tell you that I just conclude on my results by just one attempt? Who tell you that's what I do?
Yep.
Even the basic titration that we teach children to do, basic titer, they are not allowed to come up with their titer value after just the first. Do you know what we do? You say go and do the rough. After the rough titration, do try 1, try 2, try 3.
Oh, too much, man.
Just for you to be sure that you are within the correct range of the endpoint of the titration. Who does that? You've not even finished the thing. You've not even experimented the thing finished. You've not done that. You've not done that. Just one time you've not done it. Yesterday you see the need that we should do what? What is that? Stop misbehaving. Behave. You are doing analysis and you are hating Liverpool. You understand? Stop misbehaving. No. Look, if you are Keto Kreko, to all the football people there, look, you people have shown that football indeed is dead in. Look, but those action. You rather show to some of us that you rather prove to us that indeed football is dead. That was what they did. Because if you send your child to go and do something, you expect him to bring you a final outcome in the middle of the work when the work is not done. When the work is not done, Ket has not finished the second term. Election will be held in what? 2027. 2027 elections will be held. 2027 elections will be held. What makes him think that he can just sit there? He said what? It's a premature. Go and listen to the statement. Everything he said after that term was passed. He was thanking the people for his good leadership. All the things he said was in suggestion that the term has been approved because of him. How can you be in the middle of something? Not even, but like I said last week, I repeat, Honorable Kofi Adams, the government of Ghana, you have sat there and you've allowed this thing to happen. You are giving us our money to better football and you've shown no interest in. Is it because Ket is NDC? Nobody knows him better than me. I have worked with them before.
Hold on.
It's not about NDC, MPP here. But when the thing is clear, some of you will catch certain things.
Don't do that. We are doing a sports.
We are doing a sports.
Let us not make conjecture
Take
about.
off. No, this one is NDC. I know for a fact. He can challenge me with it. Let's put that aside, but that's the fact. But those who sit back, we can say that statement.
Let's not do.
How can you give the man close to $14-15 million of our money to invest in football and you don't show interest in what he does? Who does that? Who does that? You are giving the money to Asida, and then they'll do production. Then they come and sell it to the government.
Calm down.
When you give the money to them, they are not going to show it to us. They'll do production. So the taxpayer is going to be paying twice. I said they should come and when they promise that the Tuesday they will bring the deed, they should come and tell us where that money is coming from.
We say it's a partnership between governments and
Look at that.
GFA.
Look at that. And you don't show any interest in what he's doing. Look, you are Joe Ghana. God will bless Ghana, but like I say, Ogbewo, fair and honor. Ogbewo, fair and honor. Ogbewo, fair and honor. We are not qualified. We've not gone to the AFCON. There were about how many? 7 or 8 tournaments this year alone. We qualified for only one of them.
Hey, we didn't qualify for the CHAN 2.
That's what we qualified. Look, boss to FIFA. All under 17, under 20, women's team, women's 20. We've qualified for only one of them on Ketia.
It is exposure for the players.
We've qualified for only one of them of the 7 or 8 tournament recognized tournament of the year. Ghana, we went to only one. That is the women's AFCON. And you say you deserve a third term? Kobe water telemo keti telemo Kobe water telemo keti telemo Ow! Aye aje Oye musofe Eshengbo mocho Bagbe wolo Ogbewo Chioye noya Yabi nyantechi No na ina no manya. Watch it anymore. We've left it to the hands of God. God will judge for us. Amen.
That is it for our show tonight. But just before we go, hold on. So tomorrow and Sunday we have something special for you. From 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Catch us on Radio 97.3 City FM, Channel 1 TV, YouTube, and Twitter. We will be talking everything Premier League football, La Liga. We'll be talking some Bundesliga and also some Serie A as
this
well.
This one we call them mixes.
So this is called the Republic of Football.
Mixes.
Join the Republic of Football. 2 to 5 every Saturday and Sunday. We'll have the artwork out for you in a bit, just so you know exactly what we are talking about. But join us tomorrow. Like I said, radio, TV, YouTube, Twitter, we are everywhere, so you cannot miss us. Myself, Coach Nimley, Yao, Gabi, Edwin, the guys will all be on board to make this one happen, make it beautiful. So make sure you make a date with us. Let's do some shout-outs now.
No more. There are some stout Manchester United supporters. They don't miss this program. In fact, the guys are genuine. Hey, Liverpool beats me, don't beat me. You understand? They are strong Manchester United supporters.
Coach is a legend.
And today, I have to shout them out. First on the list. Oh, you said myself, yourself, my brother. This is for you. Obed Yao Anderson of Glyco Life. This guy, he never
misses the show
at all.
Oh, Charlie.
Prince Raj. No Raj. Prince Raj. Man, you be all over. Aaron Parkwesi Aqua. Nika warrior. I'm a believer. Me, Coach Nimley. I am a believer, and I know all of you are all believers. Now go day. Then Kwabena Asante. Kebi Asante. Kebi. Boji number 1. If you're Inspector Gabriel Asubonte, oh, no more Chi. No more Gabriel Inspector Asubonte. No wonder you support Manchester United. God will bless you, my brother. Ahmad Fabricio Al-Hassan. Ahmad Fabricio what? Al-Hassan. Sadiq Akwe. Philip Fifi Dodu. To all these guys and many other Manchester United supporters out there. The message is simple. We are believers. I am a believer. I am a believer in believer. Carlos Nkwemo Baliba. What can let you use Bami. Amen. Liverpool now the goalkeeper is going to tell the ball.
I say, Coach, this game will end 3-2. Don't worry.
For me, 2 people. Today is the birthday of my older brother Nelson Delakai. So shout out to him. That's a big solid guy. Big solid guy.
Sharp.
One of the biggest rocks behind me. I can't appreciate him more than this. And to his friend too, Larry Gazy, 2 solid guys in my life. Shout out to them. Happy birthday.
No more Larry Gazy.
Yeah, keep
no more Larry Gazy. He has a very nice name.
And Larry,
No more Larry Gazy.
Larry's with a port with Surya podcast. He too should keep doing amazing things.
Nice one.
Yeah, big shouts to Dr. Collins Ajimambedu for the University of Ghana. Big shouts to you, big man. And a big shouts to all the people who voted against the extension of the presidential term limit. Karela United, yes, a lawyer Amanda. I shout out. I shout you out. Big shout out. Paul Anyaba. Yes, are the business development manager. Samates FC. Big shouts to you guys. Bechem United. Big shouts to you guys. Yes, big shouts to all the people who voted against that extension of the presidential term limit.
Griza.
Griza was a no-show. Gabi Liverpool.
Damn. Oh, some make catch is that. You see, when you are defending champions, even these things. See, I'm not even excited.
Federico.
This is Liverpool. I'm happy for this. Is Liverpool doing Liverpool things. I'm happy for them.
If you want to defend the title, this is the kind of football.
One shout.
I have a shout. Coach, you found yourself a very good friend.
Chiesa, you are not going anywhere. You decide.
She says she admires you so much.
Oh, who is that? I admire.
Hey, don't do that.
Her name is.
Why are you admiring her?
Her name is Na Anyama Georgina Collison.
Na Anyama Georgina Collison.
She's listening to the show, right?
Gigi.
So,
my job.
I do want to give up.
Oh, Gigi, my job. Anyama. Oh, you're fortune.
But you know,
no, but if you look at the name,
this guy is a proper showman. This guy. Charlie, I want to see in your youth when you were around that university.
Those days, no matter
anyway, Charlie, big shout out to all our colleagues who celebrated birthdays this particular week. So, Gabi Affair, signing brother. Oh, Charlie. Yeah, it's been amazing watching you all these years, Charlie. I remember my first week with you and Ghana. These days, Charlie, you are doing things. You know, these days, Charlie, chain kakra, pinky ring kakra, gold watch kakra. Charlie. No, Charlie, champion reporter. Oh no, you be serious guy. Charlie, I appreciate you. Happy belated birthday again.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Big birthday. Celebrate to everybody who celebrated their birthday this week, and also let's say our final respects to the fallen 8. Two of them were late. The Muslim brothers were laid to rest earlier within the week, and then the remaining 6 were also laid to rest today. Very touching tributes from their spouses, their families, and everything. Man,
I watched and I couldn't continue watching. Especially when the inspector wife, the one with the newly born baby.
When she read her tribute,
I couldn't. I just stepped out. But look, I've listened to Honorable Muntaka, the minister for what? Interior. I listened to his voice and I agree with him 100%. By the passing away of these 8 strong, devoted, committed Ghanaians who died when they were serving this country. You know, if we don't get rid of Galamsey,
the president says that
if we don't get rid of Galamsey,
you must use their death to fulfill the reset agenda.
President Mahama, Papa, you are not coming again. After 4 years, you are gone.
Legacy term.
Legacy. Be the only president to uproot and destroy Galamsey. Look at our water board. Now people are dying. Innocent people are dying. I agree with Honorable Muntaka 100%.
Thank you.
As a country, no, if we don't get rid of these people once and for all. I listened to an audio to one of them. And the disrespect and the audacity with which they speak. Abusa, I don't blame them. We have big men in this country supporting them. But once the president has committed himself, some time ago, a certain president committed himself. We didn't see anything. This time around, now that we've had another president commit himself to completely eradicating Galamsey, if we don't eradicate Galamsey anymore, then we should forget about it as a country.
Big shout outs to all of you on the show. Shout outs to Coach Nimli Edem Kai. Yao Jamie Tagabi Ofe, and also Bernard Abekwatri. Shout outs to the social media team and the streaming team, Imos, Edwin, Kwachi, and everybody else. Tomorrow, like I said, join us live right here, 97.3 City FM, Channel 1 TV, YouTube, Twitter. The Football Republic will be live 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Everything you need 360 around the world of sports, football, and the European leagues we have here for you. I am Benjamin Nketia. We are out.